This video may include video and other media that are strictly used for the purpose of commentary, news reporting, education, and public awareness in the contents of true crime storytelling. We do not claim ownership of any third-party content. All materials are used under the fair use provisions of Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act.
The day I arrived in the city of Detroit, I went straight to Tamala's house from the airport. I want to know where Tamala is, what did you do, what is your involvement, where's my baby? I started calling Tamala, but she never answered. The next day, it just went directly to the voicemail.
Today, we're highlighting a case that happened in August 2012.
A cold case is leaving a family desperate for answers tonight.
For years, they've been wondering what happened to Tamala, although some loved ones have their suspicions.
Did something sinister happen to Tamala? Where is she? This is the case of the mystery on Appleton Street. I haven't seen you in a long time. We talk all the time.
Yes.
But I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah.
And seeing you, and I guess seeing each other, what do you feel?
Love.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I feel that. I feel someone who cares, someone who's interested in knowing what happened in this case.
There have been several journalists who have covered the case of Tamala Nikki Wells over time. I just happen to be one of them. Locally, nationally, to anyone who will listen. But just imagine being Donna Wells, Tamala's mother, and sharing this heartache over and over and over again.
I've been up front and center the whole time in regards to finding my baby. I want the perpetrator or perpetrators to step up and tell us where she at. Drop some nuggets, send a letter. It's all kinds of ways to let us know where she is. We're still back at the standstill. What are we going to do? Where's my baby? And what are you going to do to help me find her?
I know that this has broken your heart into pieces that will never heal. I know that you are, in so many ways, a shell of the person you were when she was still here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you don't look for nothing like this that ever happened. And especially having a relationship with your children the way that I have with mine. If you're in trouble, distress, whatever, they know they can call me 24/9, okay? Might get on you, but I'm gonna answer my phone and I'm gonna hear you, okay? That didn't happen with Tamala. I spoke to Tamala on August the 6th of 2012. She was just returning from the doctor. That's how I know she went to the doctor, you know? And that night she called between 9, it was like 9 o'clock, allegedly when you claimed she was leaving. She was at home. So what happened after we got off the phone? What happened between 9:30 and 11:45, which is only a short increment of time?
It was August of 2012 when Tamala Nikki Wells was last seen on Appleton Street in Detroit. Police say Tamala left a house where she lived with her boyfriend, the father of their small child. Word from loved ones is things between the two were not so good and had not been for quite a while. One day in early August, Tamala left the house. Why? What happened? Well, no one knows for sure. But this mother's intuition and insight has never wavered.
13 years. She was 33 years old when she allegedly disappeared.
Why do you say allegedly?
Well, because I know Tamala.
Tell us what happened that day from what you know.
For what I know, I just received a phone call August the 7th, 2012, about 6:30 that morning, from a little girl, which is my granddaughter, which is Tamala's daughter, Nevaeh, who was at the time only 6 years old. So that was alarming. She was up calling me, telling me that my mama didn't come home last night. And it was just shocking. The ex-boyfriend, I believe he put her up to calling me.
Days later, Tamala's car was found on the east side of the city, nowhere near her west side home. The car was abandoned, and in it, the circumstances surrounding it still leave way more questions than answers. The truth? Well, we all wish it would reveal itself.
The lady where the car was parked at claims it was a man that parked the car there.
What do you think happened to Tamala?
I think that it was a confrontation of some sort, because I already know through my investigation that the police was called out to Tamala house on August 4th of 2012. So I know things ain't hunky-dory on the 5th or 6th. And if they came on the 4th at 4:30 in the morning, that means it was August 5th. So the next day would be August 6th. Y'all not best buddies.
I want people to know, who don't know, that there was a plan in place before Tamala
Yes.
went missing. Tell us about it.
Whew. Tamala was planning to leave the ex, okay, and bring her daughter along with us and reside in Florida with the rest of her family, because that's where we all are. And that didn't happen. Not only that, she knew I was coming on the 28th of August. It was all planned. Where's my baby? 13 years. You just vanished off the face of the earth and no one has seen or heard from you. That is not Tamala. That is not my baby.
Who is she?
Tamala is a sweetheart. Loyal, respectful, good energy, motivating, always wanting to do good things, always working and trying to achieve something. This young lady was planning to have her own business. She went to school for nursing. She was that family girl. She liked to enjoy life.
Tamala is bubbly, bright, and beautiful. She is a steady, grounded young woman with goals. But first and foremost, Tamala is a loving mother, daughter, sister, and friend. She would never, ever willingly leave behind the people who love her, who she loves, especially without saying goodbye.
Everybody missed Tamala.
What do you always tell Tamala?
That I love her, that I'll always be here for you, no matter what. But for 13 years, I've been waiting, swaying, praying, pleading, begging, coming, showing up, doing all I can. And it's like I'm talking to deaf ears. I want my baby. See, I'm looking and following other cases. My heart goes out to these families and mothers and that has had to go through this process, but at least they know where their child is. I don't, but there's many who don't know still. But I'm still fighting. I'm not giving up. I can't shut up. I can't be quiet on this.
No one can do enough to find your child who is missing. Tamala's case has changed hands several times over the years. But now it is in the hands of Detroit Police Lieutenant Melanie O'Rourke, and aligned with her heart as well.
Donna called me. She was sitting in her on her porch in Florida, and she was watching the sunrise, and she was just remembering Tamala and wanted to talk about her.
When you hear the name Tamala Nikki Wells, what comes to mind first?
We have a mother who's diligently trying to find her daughter. I know Donna has done a lot on her part, especially with appearing on talk shows, podcasts, Crime Stoppers, Rewards TV. Tamala had been at home. Her boyfriend at the time, the last that we know, he stated that she left in a 2001 white Grand Prix and drove away. And that's the last that we know, the last person who's seen her. We did recover that vehicle. We did conduct various searches, canvasses, a lot of DNA. The people that we've already investigated or witnesses that have come forward, we need to be able to re-interview them to see if there's something else that they remember that they didn't remember back then.
What makes you sad about that? And frustrated as well?
I think one of the biggest aspects, especially when it comes to missing persons, is the family that's left, where they have unexplained, questions that need answered. And that loss or that feeling of not being able to move on or not getting the closure. And that's what the saddest part, especially with this case. If anything, just to find out what happened. It makes us want to work that much harder in order to try to solve this. That's our priority.
What do you need from police right now?
Don't forget about me when I hang the phone up.
And what does she need from all of us? To not forget about Tamala.
We're going to be here for you. Remember her.
Donna and her husband drove from Florida to sit down with the new team investigating Tamala's case. She wanted them to see in her face, her eyes, and hear in her voice the passion behind her pursuit to find her daughter. And they did see it and feel it.
These cases remain open, and so we are constantly trying to, especially with like right now with Rewards TV, we want to make sure that the awareness is out there, that her name is never forgotten, that any type of lead, however small or insignificant that the community may think it is, that might just be what we need in order to solve this case. It's not just for Donna and Tamala, it's for all the missings. It's for anybody who's watching this and needs some type of hope. We need to make sure that we are there for the victims' families, there is still hope that there is people who still care. We'll never stop looking.
I just need her back. That's all.
Well, we're with you. You know that. You know that.
Yes. And I appreciate it so much.
That is why we need your help to find out what happened and to find Tamala. So if you have any information at all about the disappearance of 33-year-old Tamala Nikki Wells, call 1-800-SPEAK-UP or go to DetroitRewards.tv. If what you know can move her case forward, you will receive $5,000 and you will remain anonymous. I'm Andrea Isom. Please, let's all do the right thing.
This program documents an active police investigation, and no charges have been filed against any individual in connection to the disappearance of Tamala Wells.